Nice hair.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to the Sweet Subversives. Do you know what happened this week? Why are we dressed like this, Cara?
May the 4th be with you yesterday.
Yesterday. Yes, Star Wars Day was yesterday. So
Yes.
Cara and I are the biggest Star Wars fans in the universe. So we had to, in the Star Wars universe. So we had
Yes.
to do a little Star Wars stuff. So little Yoda, see him? He's always looking over my shoulder. And the general. Yay, baby Yodas.
So did you do anything for Star Wars Day?
We did a little bit. Okay, we have the Disney Plus channel, and
Yes.
they have the Bad Batch is on now. They have the first episode up. So we watched a little bit of that, and then the Simpsons actually had this really cool kind of homage to Star Wars. It's like a real short video, like 5 minutes tops, and it was like chock full of Easter eggs. It was really fun. So we watched that and had little Star Wars type drinks that we made for ourselves, and kind of just a nice chill. We watched a little bit of other Star Wars stuff too, but it's like so much different stuff out there. We're obsessed with The Mandalorian, so we love watching that. We'll watch that over and over and over and over.
Yes.
How about you guys?
We really didn't do too much. I had city council and that kind of crap, but I did wear a Baby Yoda t-shirt to city council. So
I think that's only fair. It's the holiday.
And I went away from geek and went right into Nerdsville. I listened, and it's very good, very good. They do an excellent job. So they do live streaming, and it's the Northeast Georgia Historical Society. They are incredible. I love them. And they had like a whole Star Wars Day thing that they did. And so I listened to them.
Yeah, they do the best stuff too. I mean, they're really like they go above and beyond with their content. It's so cool.
They're excellent. I mean, their historical stuff is wonderful. So, and I love it because they dress up in the stuff, and they were doing one of the historical directors was doing a presentation on weapons through the ages, and he was demonstrating all these weapons, and I'm like, yeah, you have all those at home. That's not anything your historical society has. That's like, you own that.
No, he's like, I just want to play with my toys.
yeah, that's totally what it was. All right, I'm gonna overheat in this and have hot flashes. So
yep, don't do that.
I'm gonna disrobe.
Oh, woo! That was fast.
Yeah, it's not hard to get menopausal women out of their clothes.
You're just like, oh, baby, I'm hot. I mean,
we just randomly undress.
And I've seen you do that too. You're like, oh my God. Ah! And I'm like, why are you taking your clothes off? I'm like, hot flash.
Yeah.
It happens. It does happen. I know. I like also I'm like, oh man, sweaty. So yes, that's the fun.
So yesterday was Star Wars Day.
Yes.
Today is Cinco de Mayo.
Yes. Cinco de Mayo.
Did you do anything for Cinco de Mayo?
I'm drinking cerveja.
Okay, well, I'm having a margarita.
Oh, I like yours. I mean, like I feel like, I'm having a Mexican beer, Tecate. It's yummy and delicious, but like I think a margarita sounds really awesome. And if you like pass it to me, I will drink that.
I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was like a work day, so not as much fun as like a travel day or something like that. But what are you guys doing to celebrate?
So I made tacos.
Oh, I love tacos.
I don't know. Is that like okay to say anymore?
I don't know.
I mean, I love tacos. I can't, but because Heather and I had escapades this weekend, like all weekend,
Oh, we can love.
I needed to recover, and our partner in crime,
Debbie!
Debbie, is with us.
Yay, Debbie!
So the tacos that I made mushroom tacos. So you
Oh, those
mince
are good.
mushrooms instead of the meat, and then the Spanish rice was riced cauliflower, and then like a lot of fresh salsa and
Oh,
cilantro and
that sounds healthy, Cara.
avocado and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I tried to make us like a really healthy. And frankly, I like the mushroom tacos better than the meat tacos
I
now.
love mushrooms and everything, so I would
'Cause
totally do that.
they just suck up the flavor of whatever type of, like fajita sauce or that kind of thing that you
Yeah,
put on
and
them.
way less calories, and you can eat more of them, and they're delicious. No more tacos.
So are you a hard shell or a soft shell person?
Oh gosh, I'm kind of 50-50. I lean a little bit more towards hard shell just because I love Doritos and all things like crunchy like that. But the older I get, when I'm actually eating tacos, I usually tend to go for like a corn tortilla. I love that the best.
So for people watching, are you guys soft shell or are you hard shell taco people?
Which way would you go?
Or
We
are you a non-shell at all and you just do it in a bowl?
It'd probably be better to do it in a bowl. That's like low carb and you don't have to worry about it all. But I kind of like the shell, or have something on it. Plus, it's like a sandwich. I mean, I've had
It
fights with
is.
people about it. It's like a sandwich because
It's
it's
a
like
sandwich.
you're holding it in there. Non-shell, Debbie says. And, yeah, I do it as a salad. Like I go to like Chipotle and those kind of places and I get a bowl.
Hmm.
So that's usually what I do. But, hard shell for the win. We're
I'm a
getting
hard
lots of
shell
people,
person.
preferably soft shell, but they'll fry into hard sometimes. Oh, I know.
Well,
Delicious.
and if you use corn ones, you do need to fry them.
Mm. Sylvia
Otherwise, they
says
have too much of a raw taste.
soft shell do the slob factor. Yeah, like I've had it where the shells are too crunchy and they explode, and you just bite and like your whole taco goes flying, and like that's
Uh-oh.
no good. It's not a sandwich. I
It's
know
a
it's not.
sandwich.
It's a sandwich though, because
It's a
like you're
sandwich.
holding it in your hand. Like a hot dog could be a sandwich. I know I've had fights with people. It's like, is it a sandwich? It's in the category, and they're like, no. Like, kind of like if you're holding something with a bread like or a shell like object outside, is it a sandwich? This could be the big fight of the century right here.
I know. Who knew those were fighting words? But I think they are fighting words.
It kind of is, but I also will say like they're so different, like a taco versus a hot dog versus a sandwich, a bread sandwich, that you really can't say they're the same. I get it, but it's still
But
like
is a pita bread pocket, is that a sandwich?
that's a sandwich. I mean, anything you can
Well, then
carry.
how is that different than a taco?
Right? So maybe the word sandwich is the problem. Portable food device. Something you can carry in your hands.
To get
Also,
the deliciousness in your mouth.
this is another thing I just thought of, like the corn dogs on a stick, food on a stick. Is that like portable food?
Mm.
Is that I mean, it's not a sandwich, obviously, but it's portable food. So you could have this whole portable food. I
Is it a
know.
shish kebab?
Is a shish kebab? A shish kebab could be portable food if you're holding it on the stick and eating that.
It's on a stick.
It's on a stick, on a steak. This sounds good with
Mhm.
cauliflower instead of rice. I'm getting into that. My husband isn't convinced, but I do like cauliflower in just about everything. So cauliflower and mushrooms, and you healthy and good, low carb. Mm.
Absolutely. Well, we have, other than talking about what is a sandwich and what isn't a sandwich, and yes, tacos are sandwiches. Um, just saying.
Just
We do have an exciting show tonight. We have a little bit of LP news, which is good. We also have a few guests on tonight. So later, we're going to have Rob Burke, who ran for Morristown City Council in Tennessee. His race is so close.
you
It's
know,
in
I
a
want
recount. It's
I
in a
wanted to tell you,
recount.
Cara, I haven't sent him a link for our show. So
I did.
did you? Okay, good.
I did.
Thank you. Do it, do it, do it. Yes. Okay.
And we're also going to have, in just a few minutes, we're going to be talking about crypto, which is
Yeah.
pretty hot for everyone right now.
So
And
hot.
so I dabble in crypto. I am by no means like super knowledgeable about it or anything like that, but I see it as entertainment that I can also make money at.
Yes.
So that's kind of my approach to it. Other people are very into crypto and they have it all down and all that kind of stuff. And still others, like you have the majority of people who are still wondering, what exactly is this? Like,
It's
what
kind
is
of
this?
it's vague enough that, but everybody talks about like crypto, and then everybody's like,
Right.
"Oh, but what is it? Is it
Yes.
money? Is it not money? You know, I mean, a lot of people ask me, and I go, kind of money, kind of not, but even better
Yep.
because it's kind of not. And I've dabbled a little bit too. I'm using the Pi Network stuff, which is technically not even crypto yet. It's like proto crypto right now, and like you wait and see. You know, is it going to turn into something? Is it going to be nothing?
Yep.
So that's pretty
Okay. And then, so we have Omar Rocurio, which I hope I pronounced his last name correctly because I've only seen it, I've never heard it. So hopefully I haven't killed it too much. So we'll
cool.
have him on in just a minute or two so that we can start delving into crypto. But first, let's do some awesome Libertarian Party news.
Yeah. Dun, dun,
Okay. And
dun.
we're also going to have Heather's Just the Tip tonight
Yes, we
because
are.
Heather likes to give you just the tip.
I just do every week.
Yeah. So, LP National has hired a communications director. I am beyond excited about this. I know everyone is beyond excited about this. People are
Woo!
relieved about it. There is like cheering in the streets that we have a
Yay!
communications director. So, Laura Gowan is our new Larissa Gowan is our new communications director. I had the good fortune to meet her a couple years ago when I went to Pennsylvania to speak at their convention. And I thought, God dang, she is a brilliant, put together woman.
Oh,
Like,
perfect.
just on it. And so, right when I heard that she had applied, I was like, ooh.
That's pretty awesome.
So I'm extremely happy about this hire. I'm happy to have her as a coworker. She's going to be at quite a few of the regional trainings teaching communications.
You
I know, for
cool.
affiliates and for candidates. So people will get to meet her. So we're rolling her out nationwide.
That's awesome. Yay, congratulations. That's great
Yes.
news.
And we have another lady taking a leadership role. So former acting director of the Libertarian Party, and she was also our development director, Lauren Dougherty, is now the executive director of Young Americans for Liberty. So,
Well,
yeah.
that's great. Y'all, not y'all, not y'all, y'all, y'all. I see YAL and I think it's y'all.
Yeah. And I think it's a good hire for them.
Oh, that's awesome.
They had a pretty significant scandal with sexual harassment and abuse allegations.
Oh
So they
no.
are looking at kind of doing a do-over, right?
Yeah, wipe the slate clean.
Yes. And I'm excited because uh, y'all used to just shill for the Republicans. Like, really, that's all they existed to do. And they were pretty hostile to the Libertarian Party. Under Cliff, it was a little better.
Right.
And I'm hoping for even better relations with Lauren because now they finally have like someone that's Liberty as their executive
Yeah.
director. So
I think it's a good fit.
yeah, pretty happy about that. And who wants to be my coworker? For
Oh,
real. For
for real?
real.
Is
Do
this
you want
like
to
a
be my
contest?
coworker?
Is it a contest or is it actually it's like a job?
It's
Oh,
a unicorn. It's a paid job,
oh my God. That's even better. You
right?
guys, you work with
National Libertarian Party is looking for a full-time stewardship associate. And so stewardship is nurturing the relationship with our donors.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So if you have any like history of fundraising and working with donors, that's like a really
Customer service,
customer
all
service.
of those kinds of things. Yes.
Oh, awesome. You get to work with Cara. That's like a dream job too, right there.
Who doesn't want to work with me?
I
mean,
know.
really.
I love working with you, although I don't get paid
most
to.
of my coworkers don't. Most of my coworkers are all like, do I get a say in this?
You're like, no. No. We're just gonna go.
No.
I love it. So when does that when is the deadline to turn in your interest for this?
It's coming up pretty quick. I don't have the deadline in front of me, but it is like you need to get your stuff in pronto.
If you want to work with Cara, where do we
LP.org.
LP.org, and go there and you will see the job listed, and you too could maybe work with Cara. But it helps if you have some of that experience, I'm just going to say, because there's going to be a lot of interest because this lady is awesome. And you guys do amazing things with the LP. So
yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy that we're expanding, getting communications taken care of, really beefing up our development department, because you cannot have a development department of just one person and expect your organization to grow. That's not going to happen. So
you need lots of fresh ideas and new blood and the energy, man hours, people that keep it moving for lots of man, war woman, like seriously. But that sounds like a great opportunity. I hope, like, if your guys are listening, you're like, oh my God, I want that. Like, go put your interest in. Do it now.
Absolutely.
Well, after the show.
Let's get to crypto.
Yeah.
So, let's bring our guest in. Let's bring Omar in.
Omar, come on in.
So how bad did I hose up your last name?
Not too bad. It's Recrero.
Yeah, I'm never going to get that, dude.
Okay. And I just want to say on the onset, congratulations to everybody that's getting hired. And really, when you look around the party, the women are just running the thing. I mean, they really are. You look at Texas and some other places. And I'm someone that's happy because I'm an organizational person. So when I see things not organized, it drives me nuts. So I'm all for it.
Absolutely. I'm relieved and happy, and I think things are moving in a really good direction. So I'm happy about that. And I think things are moving in an exciting direction lately with crypto. So how long have you been involved in buying, selling, trading crypto, and what caused you to get started?
So, like a lot of people, especially libertarians, I was skeptical because we have that naturally, built-in skepticism in our minds about everything. Good can't exist without condition. And I started during the lockdowns. I said to myself, first of all, I live debt-free. Let me point that out. A few years ago, I got out of all debt because it was bad. I had school loans and everything, and I said, "Listen, if something like COVID ever happens, I'm going to be in trouble, serious trouble."
Right.
So I said to myself, "Get out of debt, and maybe I'll get into more investing and find ways to make my money work for me." So during the lockdowns, I started learning more about all of this stuff, learning more about investing. Some of it I knew, but I didn't understand. I understood terms, but I never did it. I've got stocks in my company that I work for, but I needed to learn more about it and more about crypto. A buddy of mine has one BTC. He is on cloud 9 right now. He's just when do I cash out, Omar? What do I do? It's a down payment on a house. It's life-changing money for him, So,
I'm hearing that we're looking at Bitcoin hitting 100,000 by the end of the year.
Yeah, I see it.
And that's firming up.
I see it. And that pushed me more to get more involved, especially with the altcoins, because I said, you know what? I thought I was priced out of Bitcoin because I can't afford one, but I could afford maybe 2% of one. So I said,
little sliver.
Yeah. So I get in and out of it when I can. And then I'm right now, the thing I'm in is Graph, which is GRT. I've been in Litecoin. I really like Ethereum. They all do different things, and I understand we don't have time to get into all the technicals of what they all do. And then
and that's what people don't get. Not every one of these is meant to be a currency as we think of a currency. They were designed for different purposes and they do different jobs.
Yes.
They may have a monetary value, but I mean, this has a monetary value. It's not a dollar bill.
Yeah.
And that's what people are not getting. They're also looking at it like it's a stock. It's also they're not stocks.
Yeah.
No,
You have to
don't.
wrap your mind around that these are different entities.
Yeah. Stock is something different because a stock is the way it's connected to something. You're owning a piece of a company, and there's different reasons why you might think that it's valuable to own that piece of a company and you want to see the value go up, so you hold the stock. But the same concept sort of applies in supply and demand. There's only so much BTC that's ever going to be produced, and we're getting, I don't want to say near that level, but we might be more, we're more than halfway there to all the Bitcoin being mined. And so once there's not any more that can be mined, the value of it will really skyrocket. Also, when it comes to Bitcoin, think of it differently. Like in the way that you hold money in your hand, it's different. So I have my Doji in a private wallet, and but I have my GRT somewhere else. And so it's off the exchange. And what that means is it's like if you had gold. Imagine owning gold and you walked into the Federal Reserve and said, I'm going to take my gold that you're holding for me and I'm going to take it home or put it somewhere. So my Doji is in a private virtual wallet. It's in a place that exists virtually, and I'm the only person that has the keys to it.
Right.
That's the same thing with Bitcoin. It's
like a safety deposit box.
A lot of people have lost their keys to their Bitcoin because they lost it because they bought it a long time ago, and they said, "Oh snap!"
I have a friend that lost her key, and it's a significant amount.
Yeah, they can't find it, and guess what? That's Bitcoin that's lost forever, and it makes it that much more valuable.
Yeah,
but there are downsides to it, and that we are comparing it to fiat currency. That's a problem. That is an issue until now, especially with Doji, where people are using it as a currency.
Right.
People are buying. The latest news was the Dodgers are accepting it. You could buy tickets to go to a Dodgers game. You can buy hotel reservations. You can buy things to travel with in other countries. It's becoming such a thing now. I think somebody here in Florida bought a car with Doji.
I bet.
Wow.
Well, it was created to be a tip of the hat.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so if your friend did something cool or something nice, it was almost like giving a tip of the hat. Like you'd give them a coin. And that was like an attaboy. And, which is why one of the first times when it broke in the news, it was when they were fundraising for the bobsledding team.
Right.
And so people were doing that tip of the hat. And yes, the tip of the hat had a slight value that could translate to a monetary value. But that's what it came from. But it was never created to be a currency. It's something that has value because we place value on things, but it's very different. Oh yeah, Debbie's asking, if it's not a physical presence, how can you ensure only you can access it?
Well, again, that's the personal responsibility part of it. That's the scary part of it. When we say we prefer dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery, it's a scary part of it. It's like, imagine you get locked out of your house, you can call a locksmith. This is different. No one's decrypting your wallet. It's in a private space. So what they advise you to do is to make copies. There's different ways to make copies. There's a paper ledger you can make, and you can also have a wallet online and a wallet offline. There's different ways to ensure. I'm not going to get into the details of it, to ensure that you can still access your wallet if you take your coins or your tokens, whatever you're holding, off an exchange. An exchange, I mean, Coinbase. That's probably the most popular thing where you can buy and sell cryptocurrency. If you can take it off of there and put it somewhere else, so it's like removing actual physical money from the what's the best way of putting it, from currency, from the circulation. The Fed does that from time to time because dollar bills get messed up and they have to reprint them, and coins get destroyed, they have to remint them, so forth. It's the same concept, but in this regard, it's not fake money like what the Fed does. They just keep printing and printing and printing. There's a limitation to this. So again, And the thing that I would advise everyone to do is only invest in what you can lose or what you can afford to lose, and enjoy it. Have fun. It can be
100%.
so much fun. But
Yeah, I look at it as entertainment.
You know, there are people that are knocking, especially Doji right now, and I invested $60 in it. That's it. I got a buddy of mine that invested $100 in it. Some people have invested $100 in it, and it's turned into $100,000. They have. It was a joke, right? But
it's not
what the hell?
anymore.
I'm going to Egypt with my winnings.
Yay!
Yeah. I'm up right now 1,100% on my investment.
Oh my
So,
God.
and I look at it. I look at it as entertainment because I have loved the hell. And I will also tell you that I deliberately mispronounced the name of this coin because I like my name better, and I will forever call it Doggy Coin because it's so goddamn cute. And I get that that's not the name. I don't care. I will call it that forever because I'm like, I love the little doggy. Oh God. But I get a big kick out of it. But I invested what I could just flat out lose, and I considered it entertainment money. And over the past months, I have had a blast. I look at it periodically and I just laugh, and then sometimes it goes down. I'm like, oh, and and so you're doing this whole thing, but I do not put money in that I cannot just watch go up in a poof of smoke and just not care. Like it literally has to be disposable. And now Timothy, is that one of your friends from the other?
I'm gonna
if you want to send him a link too.
I'll do that too. Tim, if you want to come on, I'll send you a link and you can join us.
Although Bendixson says not winnings, earnings. You're a savvy investor, not lucky. Oh no, I'm totally lucky. Like I'm playing this for luck. I flat out do not care. So I've ridden 3 boom and bust cycles with crypto. And the first one, I was able to get just a little sliver of Bitcoin. I popped out, and we were able to pay off some bills that we really needed to pay off that we wouldn't have been able to otherwise. The second one, I was able to, and this was where you talk about you have to keep your information. I knew I had the tiniest little sliver left of Bitcoin. And I was like, that was several computers ago. I don't freaking know how to get a hold of it. And then I thought, did I do something completely effing stupid and email myself saying Bitcoin password?
Probably.
Yeah, I totally did that. And I can say that because I have wiped all that out now. So you cannot hack me and find that now. But I totally had done that. And so I was able to turn that in, and my husband and I went to Greece. Like we went on a vacation, and that's something, and that was $20. $20 turned into a vacation in Greece.
Yeah.
And similar with Doggy Coin. We're going to Egypt.
I'm a big believer that even as a libertarian, right, we're all about taking control of things. The old saying of we're going to take over the government, leave everybody alone. Right. You should take over control of. I'm trying to build something, maybe a little bit of an entrepreneurial thing to talk to people, motivational speaking, like some of these other people. Take control of your life, and it first starts with financing. Gary Johnson said it best: money is freedom, and when the government takes your money, they're taking away my freedom. They're taking away my ability to live my life the way I want to. So, my investing, I haven't really cashed out of it, really, because I'm concerned about capital gains taxes, but I know I'm going to get kicked in the butt on it no matter what. So it is what it is. But
we just factor that in, and when we look at it, we're like
exactly. So my
3%
on the stock side of things, I'm doing well since I started investing, and that's not the typical case. Typically, you lose, you go through ebb and flows. But I've done a lot of research, and I'm on a Discord with a bunch of traders. I have buddies of mine that are entrepreneurs, so I network. I compartmentalize my friends. I have libertarian friends. I have you have friends for other things, car friends, this and that. And I'm just a sponge of information. I love to learn, and you can never stop learning. And so, like anything else, you should be careful. But like I said, don't invest what you can't afford to lose, and you have really everything to gain.
No. So it's when you withdraw it out, that's when you have capital capital gains. So,
I think the IRS.
although
I think the IRS is.
I'm
I think
not
the
going to
IRS
give
is going to
financial
kill me.
advice.
I think the
No.
IRS is going to kill me anyway
Go to
because
someone else.
if I'm buying and selling every day, they're going to say you bought an asset on Monday and you sold it on Monday, so that's a day trade. I think they're going to say you owe capital gains tax on that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I still have to talk to an accountant, so don't take anything I'm saying as legal advice. I still have to figure some of this stuff out. But regardless, I'm just factoring it in and taking more control of my life, put it that way. So I'm really hopeful for my future, and I really want more people to invest and take control of their own finances because it's really important.
That's the true amazing part of crypto and day trading and those types of activities, because those activities are ways that like regular people can gain more control over our finances, and we can also start to climb the ladder. It's also why the feds are looking at it.
Yeah.
It is a way
Yes.
that we can get out of wage slavery.
Yeah.
And they
It's a weight off your shoulder. First and foremost, when I became debt free, just the world and all my decision making opened up so much more
So awesome.
differently.
Absolutely.
And I'm so involved in the party. I travel all over the state of Florida, and now a little bit across the country for LP related things, especially for campaigns. I love campaigns. You, Cara, you being our campaign extraordinaire. You know, if I could do nothing else, you know, but work for the LP, but that doesn't pay the bills. So, you know, you gotta keep working.
Because we're hiring.
Yeah. But in either case, it's important to do the things that you love to do. And in order to do that, you have to have things in your personal life taken care of. So, crypto can help with that, but it's important to learn what it is and what it is and how to do it and how to avoid pitfalls. Obviously, okay, one thing's for sure. Bitcoin is somewhere. I was checking the price before. I know Doji's in the 60s right now. Bitcoin's in the 50s, 57 something, 57 something. I'm looking at it right now, 57 something. The worst thing that can happen is that it goes to zero. So if you invest $100 into something and you lose it all, you go to zero. Now, margin trading is a different thing, which I won't get into all the details about that. But margin trading is borrowing funds in order to invest. That's where your losses can be infinity when you're using margin, because they're lending you money at an interest rate, and there's pitfalls. So there's different ways that you can invest and different things you can do. There's options. I think even with crypto, there's different ways to go long and go short on cryptos and buy options or something like that, or something to that degree where you can bet on an underlying asset going up or going down. And that's what options are. You're betting on something going up or down. So there are people trying to create mechanisms for it. And of course, there's always new coins coming out, and you have to watch out for that because those could be pyramid schemes as well. So, definitely do your research, because the blockchain and all that stuff like that is there to protect all of us. And and of course, here's the thing too. My buddy Mark Tanter, I'm going to give him credit because he's a coin dealer. I think some of us know him here. He loves precious metal. He's into precious metal. He says precious metals are our savior, because it's a thing that you can hold. But he sometimes thinks in that old mentality that I can hold this so it has value. Anything has value. You mentioned it, Cara. The little flame, that little torch that you had, that has value when you need fire.
I'll tell you, this is $1.99 unless I'm at a campground and the store isn't open and no one else has a way to make fire.
Supply and demand.
Yes.
Then it's worth a hell of a lot more.
Oh, yes, it is. Exactly. So things are worth what someone is willing to pay them. And that's what's great about crypto right now, is because people are looking at it as a way of, okay, you know what? The US dollar and fiat currency is just super inflated right now. It's going the wrong direction. We need a way to do the same thing that we've been doing without killing each other for a loaf of bread. And in some ways, cryptocurrency can be that outlet. So I am definitely 100%.
And I need a way to buy things in a way that is not tracked by government. Because I can tell you, if whatever transaction you are doing is being tracked when you're using regular currency and credit card and all that kind of stuff. And I do mean it is being hoovered directly out of banks and into big data farming. Every single transaction because they are looking for patterns.
And this takes us to a whole different conversation about privacy, which we'd have to get into a whole other time. But I would say,
You'll have to get into it with Heather's show, which is Liberty Librarian.
The one thing I'll say is try to use a VPN if you can when you're on the internet.
Yes.
There's different ways you can protect yourself everywhere because of all the technology that we carry with ourselves, pretty much everywhere. Your debit card, with the technology in your car that you drive nowadays. Obviously, what we're doing on the internet, everywhere you go, there's ways that you're being tracked. The cameras everywhere and the hidden microphone inside of some of them. I mean, the traffic cameras. Yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, enough to get into that. Just my message is, because I think you have to get going, is just take control of your finances. There's ways to do it. Get more information. There's, I'm not a big fan of Robinhood. I trade on Webull. But I give Robinhood credit in that it's a good way it's a good entry point in how to get started in investing and learn how to invest. Yes. There are apps that take your spare change and invest it for you on your behalf if you don't understand anything about it, and you just come check it 6 months later and see how much money it's worth.
So, are you looking at any of the others? You listed a couple of the cryptocurrencies that you are currently buying, trading, selling. Are there any that you're looking in the horizon on?
Right now, I would say the future of everything is Ethereum. Ethereum's at an all-time high right now. It's going nuts. I like to follow Elon Musk on Twitter. His Twitter is fire. Sometimes he makes jokes. Sometimes he's serious. Kind of hard to tell what and when. But he's big into crypto as well. He makes fun of crypto, but he really is big into it. And I am a shareholder of Tesla, and I'm okay with Tesla buying crypto because it helps secure their finances, like big time. They made a ton of money where he bought in at a really high price, and it's still going.
Yeah,
it's still going.
Absolutely.
So I would say I was told to be wary of XRP because of the thing that's going on with them in the SEC. That's Ripple, but
although I think they're going to make it through.
XRP seems to be doing well.
I think they're going to make it through. Well.
Yeah. XRP is doing really well. Really, anything that's connected to the Ethereum network is really the future right now of cryptocurrency. I'm into GRT because GRT is supposed to be like the Google of the future. Every time you search for something, what it's doing, it's creating value, or GRT will gain more value on how all that works. So I like, and then there's a few coins like Cardano, I think. No, not Cardano. There's another one that pay you almost like a dividend for each coin that you own. So look into that as well. I'm trying to remember which coin that is. But yeah, there's a few of them that do different things right now. I'm not big into SafeMoon yet, but keep an eye on it. Tezos, yes.
That's what I'm moving into. I'm moving into SafeMoon. I am not risk averse, so I will do it.
Do it all.
Tezos is one of those coins.
Go ahead and bring Tim in. I didn't know he was waiting.
Yeah,
that pays you. So
jump Tim in.
Oh, Tim Parsons. Hello. Oh, did he freeze?
Hello.
His video's a little frozen, but his audio is good. Omar, we're going to say goodbye to you. Thank you. And we need to bring you out to Minnesota to talk at our state convention about financial freedom.
Yeah, I will see you in Atlanta.
You bet.
Bye, Omar.
Hey, Tim, good to see you.
Hi, Tim Parsons.
Good to see you, ladies. Thank you for letting me in. Finally. Yeah. Just kidding.
I know. I'm sorry we keep you waiting.
Oh, I'm just sitting here listening anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Should have joined him in.
I know, but I was like, I didn't know if we wanted to do one at a time.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Fine. It's fine.
Amen. So Tim is one of the hosts on Freedom Revolution Network, and you guys should totally go check out his awesome show. He kicks ass, totally.
Thank you.
Yes, and you want to plug your show at all? You know what times?
Well, that depends on when I wake up and I feel like doing it and not feeling like doing it. So, but what the schedule is Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Eastern time. It's the original Red Pill Show on Freedom Revolution Network.
Excellent.
So you are also knowledgeable about crypto?
Yeah.
I know everyone's like, ah.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to say. I mean, I don't know anything about anything, to be honest with you. I'll give my opinion based on my experience and what works for me and what I've learned from it. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the same for other people. My whole show is to make people think. So when I come from that perspective, if people can think from a red pill perspective, think different out of the box, then we're good.
I like it.
That's what I'm all about. That's what the show's all about.
So in our comments, we were joking with each other about making our own Freedom Revolution Network coin, and I totally think we should.
Yeah, I don't know who said it, but I put an FRN coin. I was, why not? You got a dog coin, so why not?
Exactly.
How does somebody make their own Bitcoin?
That is a very good question. I don't know.
Most of the new coins that are coming out, they're using Binance as the backbone to make their blockchain. And Binance actually has tools so that you can make your own coin.
I didn't know that.
Very interesting.
You are then kind of tied to them. So, I mean, there's good with the bad with that on. So,
I'll make a red pill coin. How's that sound?
You could make one.
I might.
I like it.
Don't tempt me. I just may. It's interesting though. Yeah, I never thought about it.
So do you have a lot of investment in crypto at the moment? Not?
Actually, everything that I have is in crypto.
How did you get started with that?
It was popping up on my radar because I was investing in the stock market just like everybody else. And I did my own through E-Trade. I mean, the brokerage. And I don't know, like in 2015, Bitcoin kept popping up. And back then, if I'm not mistaken, was like $500 a coin. So I'm like, okay, what is this? And I'm looking into it. And I mean, that was way before anybody was even thinking about it, let alone heard about it. And I can't really remember where it came up, somewhere on the internet, obviously, but I don't remember exactly how I stumbled onto it. I was just about ready to start buying my first coin, and I had some personal life challenges that came my way, and I did not. But after all those challenges, and now I'm basically starting over. I'm 57 at 19. Or 19 to 57, however you want to look at it. So I don't have a choice than to legally find the most aggressive way to build up my net worth again. Right. So I don't have a choice. And hearing the comments and the old adage of investment advice and stuff, which that's not what this is. This is my personal opinions in this, and you ladies are doing the same thing. We want to make that clear. Yeah. Because this is all counterintuitive, and people are like, oh, well, hell, Bitcoin's $60,000 or whatever it is right now. I got to get in. No, you should have got in when it was 500, 10,000, 20,000. Everybody wants to buy when it's high, and then they lose their ass because it dies.
FOMO. Yeah. It's all about FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
That's right.
But with everybody else, it's like, well, and you ladies said it, and so did the gentleman before me. It's like, don't invest what you can't afford to lose. Yeah. Hell, I can't afford to lose $10. Yeah. So, but I don't have a choice. So everything that I have is in it. Now that's just me, because I don't have time on my side anymore to get any substantial savings.
Do like your traditional 401k.
Right, exactly. Yeah. At 20% return if you're lucky, and then what you could contribute to it, which quite honestly, I can't do more than $100 a week, which that's relative to what people make. But that's my investment budget right now, and that's what I'm doing. So I don't have a choice.
Well, and we are seeing people who make modest buys, do it over a period of 2 to 3 years, and then it just takes off. And then that's when you're seeing your 300% return, 600% return, 1,000% return, even higher. And that's what people are looking for. So you're always looking for the bust, and then hopping in, and then riding her back up. And some people will hold all through that because they know each boom goes higher, and they're willing to take that longer. Longer, I'm not talking 20 years, 6 years, they're willing to take that longer time with it. Other people are hopping in and out every day. They're hopping in and out, and they're making these, real short little percentage increases, but they're doing it every day. And so when you're looking at the cumulative increase, that's their job. They're doing it full time.
They're like day trading.
Yeah,
they are. They're like day trading with crypto.
Right. I'll tell you what, I started buying it, and like I said, I didn't have a choice. I first started with 1,000, because I'll just be perfectly honest. I'm not going to get into my personal what happened to me, but I will share. It'll be 2 years next month that it's been 2 years since I filed personal bankruptcy. So that's how bad it was. So I didn't have a lot of money to start with because I filed bankruptcy. So that's how much I hit bottom. And I have seen Bitcoin go from 3,000 to 10,000 to 12,000 and then back to 3,000. Try watching that one and not selling. Which your reaction is, I got to sell. I mean, this is ridiculous.
I got to cut my losses. Yeah.
Right.
Nope.
But the way you got to train yourself, or at least I did, is that it's on sale. Like for all of you that are familiar with Kmart or old enough, it's like a blue light special.
Buy it now. Buy it when it's low.
Now. Yes, buy it now. People were bitching when it fell to $25,000, and a lot of people sell a few months ago. It's like, no, you should get in and pick up some more of that.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's very
that's bargain buying time.
Correct, and it's very hard to do. That's if you're staying in for the long haul, which I am. I'll buy on the dips, and I'm holding, and that's what I do.
100% buy in the dip.
Right.
That's what you do. You buy in the dip.
But it's hard to do because we're not taught how to invest money the correct way, and that's why other people do it for us. And everybody just reacts. If you can look at it like it's on sale, and I don't know what ladies you like in Coach's purses or what your favorite thing is, but you go to the outlet store, you don't pay full retail for a Coach purse. You go to the outlet place.
You get a deal
for it. It's the same thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
absolutely
that helped me a lot. But holding on and seeing it go down that low when that's everything you have in the world, it takes a lot of discipline. But
and I've had people, like, even with the stock market, freak out, and young people that have like their money's in the stock market and they see it crashing down and they're like, oh, should I take it out now? I'm like, no, dude, you wait. If you're anything, put money in now, and then like
exactly.
When you're older, you're going to like that,
Yeah, that's when you do aggressive buys.
Exactly.
Because it's affordable to do an aggressive buy. Doing an aggressive buy when everything's high.
Yeah. It's not
crap. You got to do it when it's low. But Tim, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Sure. It was very nice chatting with you, and can't wait to see your show.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Have a great evening.
Good night, man.
Thank you. Okay. Do we have Rob in the green room?
Yes, here's Rob.
Thank you, Rob. Good to see you. Okay, we want to wind the show up with you. Thank you so much for being able to join us on short notice. So tell us a little bit about the race that you had. The election was, yesterday, wasn't it?
Yes, yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Wow.
It feels like 100 hours ago or more, but
I know.
Yesterday. A lot has happened. So first, thank you for inviting me on. It's great to be on, and I'm glad I caught the tail end. You'll have to give me a bit of a synopsis. Just email it to me or something, because I just started getting into a little bit late, but I bought some of the Doge a little bit later than some, but not too bad. I've doubled what I put in. And I put in a decent amount, so I'm happy with it.
Safe moon. I'm just saying, safe moon.
I'm looking for Mars right now. Forget the moon. Let's go to Mars. So we'll see what happens. But if you have any tips from any of those guys that know what's going on, or if you ladies know what's going on, I don't really know what's going on. So if you're like, hey, it's probably going to cap here, send me a message, tip me off, whatever. We'll figure it out. So anyway, yes, back to the point of why you probably asked me to come on. So yesterday was election. So just a little background. I was facing an incumbent of 12 years. Before
That's
that,
tough.
well, I'll even tell you, before that, he worked for the city for 30 years. This is a city election,
Oh
mind you.
man.
He worked for the city water department for 30 years before that. Then, of course, the 12 years here. He's been involved in the city longer than I've been alive, literally. So I am not from this area. I'm a newcomer.
Yep.
I'm not even like not only just not from this area, but I have not lived in the city for 2 full years yet. So backs against the wall, but I love a challenge. I didn't see anybody opposing him, but I did see a lot of things that I thought should be done differently.
Right.
So I said, well, what's the worst that can happen? Let's go. I talked to a lot of people, just canvassing the area, even before, and just learning what a lot of people were saying, even those that had been here their whole lives, and it lined up with what I thought was wrong and what I could see was needing to be changed. So we did that. I also jumped in the race a little bit late. Apparently, I'm late to a lot of parties, the Doge, the campaign. So election was yesterday. I decided. I think it was like January 6th that
And
I
how big is your
decided.
city?
I'm sorry,
How big is your city?
about 30,000.
So, this is not like a dinky little town.
No, it's got a little bit to it, and so
Yeah.
we've got 14,422 total registered voters.
But how many voted?
Yeah, 1,060 something. So not very many. So a lot of the campaign, I was really, like I said, canvassing, going door to door, knocking,
Yeah.
just meeting the people. Even through the pandemic, I will say I learned off of your training. You have all those trainings on there. There's a door knocking in the pandemic that I watched, and I watched several of them, but that one I took to heart the most, because for
Yeah.
me, I was like, I want to door knock. I want to meet people. And then I was like, wait, no. People are going to think I'm rude and inconsiderate, and they're going to slam the door in my face, and I'm going to lose by 1,000 votes. And then I was like, wait, let's find out for sure. I listened to your podcast, your training that you put out, and I was really encouraged through that to go ahead and do it, and give that respect. Knock on the door, ring the doorbell, whatever, step way back, and then just
Yep.
read the people. And everybody was super receptive. They were happy that I was there. Of course, I am in East Tennessee, very red area, so a lot of people aren't as heightened or concerned about this as maybe some other parts.
Mhm.
So I also took that into consideration, but I'll tell you that training really encouraged me to get out there and do it. So thank you for that, because I may not have done it, honestly, without that training, because I really would have second guessed myself on that. So people were really receptive. They really appreciated that. I had a lot of great support. I was doing a lot of social media stuff, just trying to reach the people that way as well. Of course, my opponent, I believe he's 83 or something years old. Social media is not a thing for him. So I was
Probably
really
not.
trying to use that to my advantage, that I had a different playing field than he did. And I do think that it went well. I obviously, this is the first time I've ever run, first time I've ever gotten involved in politics at this level, even considered politics at this level. So I really had no idea what I was doing, learning as I was going, and just really doing the best that I could. I will certainly say, ever doing this again, 100%, I would do things a little bit different, but
Mhm.
big picture, I'm happy with the campaign. I'm happy with the race I ran. So all of that story to set the stage to give you the climax, if you will. So last night,
4 votes,
we
right?
did, yes. So election night, they start revealing it by early votes and absentee. And he was in the lead by just a few. I don't recall now. There's so many numbers. He was in the lead by like maybe 10, 15 votes or something after all early and absentee votes were counted. Two precincts, there was 11 precincts. Two precincts were reported at that point, and I was ahead by like 20-ish or so. Oh no, three at first. I'm being corrected. I was ahead by 3 votes. And then we got up to 7 precincts, and I was ahead by like 20 something ish. And I was like, man, the more that pop in, I was preparing myself for at least 50 to 100 win. And then we got to like 9 and then 11, all 11 come in, and I lose by 4 votes. So that's where we are. However, there's some things that are going on in the background of this. I know that there's some chatter and some talk from a lot of people about, well, they're definitely going to do a recount. There, at least for me, there's not been any talk from any of the officials about a recount. I sent an email this morning to the election commission asking for a recount, and their response was, if I wanted a recount, I would have to essentially file something with the election commission showing that I contested it, and then I need to file something in the chancery court for the judge to determine next steps. So I don't get a just automatic recount regardless of the margin of victory, or from my case the margin of loss. There's no automatic recount. So the on Tuesday the 10th is when the team is meeting to certify the election results. I can't do anything until the election results are certified because, of course, it's all unofficial right now. So at that point, I have 5 days to do both of those things. 5 days to file something with the election commission stating that I don't believe that this is inaccurate. Secondly is obviously filing with the court. But another reason that I'm also doing this is I've read the state statute, and again, Tennessee statute regarding recounts and what is the criteria needed for those recounts to be able to have. Well, there's 4 different criteria, I believe it is, and we have 2 criteria as far as I believe. So one of them is some election fraud that would have turned the tables. Well, my opponent was found opening doors for people at the polls, and as they walk in, telling them to vote for him. Well, we have 100-foot radius, of course, and I know the radius is a little different for each municipality.
Yeah.
For us, it's 100 feet. He was certainly not within, he was well within 100 feet. His hand was on the door. We have people that have given statements about that. I'm going to ask the school tomorrow if I can have the camera footage. They've got cameras all over that school. I don't necessarily think that they'll give it to me, but I'm going to hope for it. So that's one ground. The second ground is that there is one piece about any of the polling, any issues at the polls. Well, one of those 11 precincts went down for just a short time. So if I lost by 50, 100, whatever, it wouldn't be no point in fighting this. Considering that I am down 4 votes, you cannot tell me that all he had to do was turn 2 votes by holding
exactly.
If those 2 were coming to me and they went to him, it would have been a tie. Now it's to him. I'm absolutely going to fight this the best that I can. I think that I've got a great argument. Unfortunately, there's a lot of good old boy system. I don't know, the judge per se, but sometimes they're involved in that. So I'm hoping not. I'm hoping I get a fair trial so that I can get a fair shake on election day, if you will. I'm going to ask, I don't know how to go, of course, but I am personally going to ask that the results be thrown out and that we set a runoff just between the 2 of us.
I think that would be good. And definitely pursue all your alternatives for sure. 4 votes is way too close. Like, that's too close not to contest. The other thing is, if you've exhausted all things and, they go through a recount and everything, and that's not the thing, run again.
Absolutely.
But immediately, don't wait any longer. take down all your notes of everything that you were really happy that you did, things you wish you had done earlier, things you wish you had done differently. Because if you are not awarded this and sworn in, run again, because you're going to win.
Yes.
Flat out. You're going to win.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much, Rob. I am so happy with your effort. I love seeing candidates that just work their butt off and do it, because you see it in the results. You took on someone that was absolutely thoroughly entrenched in your community, and you took it to them. So
Absolutely.
really appreciate it. So if people wish to assist you, or you need to do a legal fund or anything like that, can they still contact you through your campaign webpage?
Yes, I still got that up, and I intend on keeping that up until not only when the results are final. If I win, I will translate that to an actual council page that they can reach out to me, so
Good.
that I can have that, because that's one of the things that I'm about, is that transparency and the open communication, which doesn't happen now. One of the big things I was fighting against. So yes, that page will still be live regardless of what happens. I'm going to keep it live, and I'll just turn it into whatever needs to be turned into as time develops.
Excellent. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rob.
Thank
Thanks
you for
for that
having
one hell of a
me.
run.
I really appreciate it. Thank you. Don't forget to let me know about the crypto stuff. Keep me in this loop. Seriously.
Totally.
Take care. Thank you.
That was really cool. So much.
It
good
was
information.
really cool. I know. And I know we're running late, but we've had some really good guests, so I think that's okay.
I think
And
it is. It's
we
not like
do
our
need-
show just turns off.
Exactly. I mean, people might turn us off. They'll be like, "Oh God,"
Or
I
they'll
gotta
turn us on. Sorry.
But we do need to get to your just the tip.
It's just a tip.
And while we're doing that and getting that loaded up, if you're watching, we do something every week, which is one awesome thing. So put down what one awesome thing happened to you this week, and then we share it. Heather shares hers, I share mine. And if you in the audience, if you share yours, then we put it up on the screen so that we can all have like something wonderful to celebrate together. But in the meantime, while you're thinking of that, Heather can get to hers.
Just the tip. Mine's really quick, actually. You know, in the past couple weeks, I talked about being lazy and getting into shape. So it kind of matches my Star Wars outfit, but I got these really cool bracelets. They go on and they kind of look like jewelry. So it's got like what do you call it? Velcro. So you can wear it, and it's like hand weights. So you wear them around the house, or you can wear them out and about, and they don't look. I mean, they look kind of like funky jewelry. I mean, yeah, the Velcro, but you can move these things around so they fit a little bit differently too, and you can wear them around your legs if you want them for ankle weights. But I kind of liked them because they're sparkly and shit, and I'm like, this is kind of fun. And so you can do this. I tried doing it when I was typing the other day, and it got really heavy. Oh, my arms hurt so bad. But, it's like you can get them on and off really easy. I mean, it's just Velcro. And, they come in different colors. And I've seen different styles of them, too. But
I saw ones that look like the Flintstone bracelets.
Yes.
With like the bobbly jewels.
Yeah, there's so many different styles out there. So you could get some that match your outfits. I mean, so you can, like, just walk around and get in shape. And nobody will really know what you're up to. So that's my just the tip. Be stealth getting healthy all the time. Make it easy. I like
that.
Because, like if you make it really hard and it's a job, but if it's just like something you do, then it's easy and you just accidentally are in shape. And
and I need to tone up my arms because I have my son's wedding to go to, and I don't want,
Yeah, the like when you're waving.
What I have right now.
I know I have no tone. Like I have usually strong legs, but my arms are like little T-Rex arms. Like, So yeah, you and me both. We got to get in shape. So I highly recommend. These are great and they're easy to use. So that's my just the tip. Dun, dun, dun.
I love it.
It's weird stuff. I have other ones that are coming up, but I'm saving them for another show. So we have like good things that happen this week. That's next, right? What's
Yep,
good?
our one awesome thing.
Goodness, what is good? I'm just like, we went on an awesome trip.
Yes.
And I totally loved. We went to Las Vegas for our friend Debbie's birthday, and it was amazing. And
it was so good to see her.
And I hadn't been to Vegas for a long time, but it was really good, and the food was incredible. And my like it's part of like my butt is really like in shape from all the walking. It was really good. I mean,
we did do a lot of walking. So did you ever sync and download how many steps we did?
Oh, it's hundreds of thousands of steps if you combine the days. It's like we walked to Egypt and back.
Oh my God, I'm telling you, because there was no trams.
No, everything was pretty much shut down. So we were hoofing it.
We were walking from one end of the strip to the other.
Yeah, it got to be really long. Towards the end, like the last day, we used Uber a couple times because we were getting like, oh my God, I can't even bring myself to think of walking back now.
Well, and we were hungover.
Yeah, that doesn't help either. But I think it, like I'm in better shape from being when I'm hungover when I'm walking.
But I mean, we did do a lot of walking, and one night, oh my God, we had eaten so much. We went to this restaurant, Best Friend,
oh my God, so good.
And they felt bad because I was gluten-free, and they really didn't have gluten-free things on their menu, so they just like made shit, and they just started bringing us food.
Oh my God, it's so much food,
and we had way more than enough for like more than 6 people, but we were going to give it a go.
I don't have it handy, but there's a picture of me looking like I died with all the food in front of me. Like, whoa!
I know Heather's just like, and it doesn't even look like a bite has been taken out of anything.
And but I've been eating.
We were trying.
It was so good too.
And we walked all the way back.
Yeah.
And thankful that we did, because we would have been awake and miserable the entire rest of the night if we hadn't walked. And I think it was like 30,000 some steps or something.
Oh
I mean,
God.
It was like an awful number.
It was unreal.
So far. It was so far.
And I got one little blister, but I think like I wore the right shoes for the event that I didn't like, because you see the women wearing the high heels and walking around. I couldn't have.
I don't know how they do that.
We had more sensible footwear and we walked our asses off.
And we had a really good day of we rented a cabana at Excalibur, and it was
we were at
the Delano.
Delano, yes, it was beautiful.
And it was awesome.
I liked that a lot. And not a casino.
Although that bar for the most part was closed. So things were kind of funky on whether it was closed or open and what time it was open, and you just never knew. You showed up and you were like, meh.
And we got to do a buffet, which was like one of the only ones open. So that was it. And it was pretty dang good. And,
although I will put in a plug for a hotel bar.
Yeah.
The bar's name is Juniper. And that was at the MGM Park, not Grand, but MGM Park.
The little MGM one. Yeah.
So their specialty is gin.
Oh my God.
I had the best gin and tonic of my entire life.
It was beautiful. And it had, what is the name of the gin in it?
Empress.
Empress. It looks purple.
Yeah. So it had Empress gin. It had Fever Tree tonic,
which I love.
And then it had 3 different types of citrus peel to get that oil in there. And then it had cumin seeds, a couple dried juniper berries. I mean, that thing was unreal, and it was perfect mix, like a perfect mix. And that sucker was shook until like there were icebergs in it.
It was perfection, and it was in this beautiful glass. It was elegant, and we just were walking by, and I'm like, "What's this?" And
we were looking for a place to kill time.
Yeah, because we were a little early before our reservation, and because it was windy as hell one day, and that day was that day, and
Both
we
days.
we got there and we were like, gin, I could do a gin drink, yeah, and it was probably like, I think it was the best gin and tonic I've had.
It was
Delightful.
incredible. And I've had some really good gin and tonics where, you know, they make their own simple syrup, and, you know, they make their own tonic water, and, you know, all that kind of, and I'm not knocking them.
No, there's perfection to be in that too.
This was on an entirely different level. So if you are in Vegas, and if you like gin, or you like tonic drinks, or you like the old-fashioned gin drinks,
Yeah.
Juniper is your place at MGM Park.
And it's just a
And
little
again, it was
food.
quiet.
And it was very quiet and comfy seats and beautiful.
Oh my God, yeah. Like those big velvet bank seats. Oh,
I could do that all day. Seriously. So was that your good thing?
all of it was my good thing. Like
God.
all of Vegas was my good thing.
That
And
was
hanging
such a
out
good-
with Debbie and doing her whole birthday day.
That was
'cause
so cool.
We were not plebes.
No.
We had a cabana,
cabana, baby.
which
And
was very nice because it was 97 degrees.
Yeah.
And Heather and I cannot, like, the Minnesota contingent cannot be out in that Vegas sun.
All day, no way. But you know, it was really cozy and comfortable, and had a couch. And I would highly recommend, if you're gonna do a pool party, have a cabana, baby.
And it was worth it, I think.
Oh, I do too. And they brought you food and drinks. I mean, I felt like a high roller the whole time.
Yeah, and they had floaties and all kinds of stuff. So
yeah, so definitely recommend it. And I think we'll have to go back and do it again.
yes, I think it needs to be a yearly trip.
Yeah, totally. I'll do it. Anyway, don't tell our husbands yet. I think I gotta work him up to that.
Yeah, we gotta
Ease into it.
ease them into it.
So does anybody have anything? I don't see anything in the chat yet. We probably lost a few because
No.
we're running late.
Everyone left us because they're like, oh,
You're going too into our bedtime, Heather and Cara.
y'all suck.
I know it. Oh, well, I think
But it was just action packed today.
Yes, it
We had a lot
was.
to cover.
I know, and sometimes we just go long. It's just what happens. So I think we should go to bed, and I have a happy Cinco de Mayo. Enjoy the rest of your week. We will see you next hump day on Wednesday. And
yes, Heather did register for MLive. Yes.
Did I? Yes, I did.
Yes,
and
you did.
I got points. I did. Yes. And I don't know if I got enough points to really make it worthwhile, but I did my best.
She got us discounts.
I did. Oh my God. We got a limo ride to and from the airport. We were VIP, which doesn't really mean as much at the Delano. So, but it was awesome. I will totally say. So good night, guys. Have a great week. We love y'all. Take care. Let me put the out song, like, instead of just like waving forever. And thank you to our Patreon supporters, Michael, Travis, and David. We love you guys. And enjoy Cinco de Mayo. See you next week, kids.